Good afternoon, Nikki here from Nikki Rose Fitness. I just wanted to take a little bit of time today and do a very quick video for you all about the scales, about weighing yourself and scale weight. Now, as you know, the scales are a tool used by many people to see how much you weigh, and a lot of people's goals is to lose weight, which is absolutely fine. But I just wanted to have a little quick chat with you today about why weighing yourself isn't the best option necessarily, and a few things that can sort of hinder what you're reading on the scales. So effectively what your scales are weighing is your weight. That's all. Okay, they don't take into account the composition of your body, so what's fat, what's muscle, what's hydration. All they do is weigh how much you weigh in stone, and pounds or kilograms, whichever one you're using. But there is a little bit of a fluctuation, things that can affect how much you weigh, and perhaps you're being, you're following a really healthy diet. Perhaps you've cut some calories daily, and you're weighing yourself every week, and you're not seeing the scales go down. You're not seeing your weight go down. You're losing sort of motivation, feeling a little bit upset, but it may have absolutely nothing to do with your body fat, which is essentially what you want to lose. Is your body fat. It's the fat that you're holding in your body. So let's talk about what can cause these daily fluctuations. And the first thing is actually carbohydrates. So carbohydrates are a source, macronutrient. They're a source of energy. They're your body's preferred source of energy, and I would never recommend cutting out carbohydrates at all. But your body can store roughly between 400 and about 800 grams of carbs in your body, depending on you, basically. This is stored in the form of glycogen, and that's stored in your liver and in your muscles. However, carbohydrates is a little clue in the title there. So for every 1 gram of carbohydrate that your body is storing, it needs about 2 to 4 grams of water. Okay, so you can see that if you had a meal that was sort of high in carbohydrates, even your healthy carbohydrates, you're having your wholemeal bread, your brown rice, things like that, you are still storing alongside of it some water. So if you store 400 grams of carbohydrates, you could also be storing again 400 grams of water, and then that's weight that you've stepped on the scales and that you see. It's not body fat, but it's water. It's water, basically, the hydration. So yeah, if you've had a particularly carbohydrate-rich diet, that could be another reason. If you've been training, so if you've done a training session and you weigh yourself afterwards, training causes inflammation. It puts the body under stress, basically. And when the body's under stress, it needs to be hydrated. So again, it will retain about 7 to 8% more water than it normally would if you haven't trained. So if you've done a particularly hard HIIT session or working the weights, a long fast, even a long fast walk, anything like that can upset that water retention. Muscles store more carbohydrate and more water. So the more lean muscle that you're building, the more water you're going to retain. And it's why you can see if you start a strength program, and you haven't done any weights before, you haven't used resistance bands, dumbbells, anything like that, you may actually see the first few weeks, couple of months even, that the scales will start going up rather than coming down, whereas your body shape can change. So this is effectively lean muscle that you're putting on, ideally, hopefully body fat as well that you're losing, but it's coming here, it's doing this. Lean muscle's coming off, lean muscle's going on, body fat's coming off, but you're not going to see the scale weight change. Hydration. So if you drink, your body's made up of 50 to 60% water, ideally. So a 60 kilogram female will have 30 kilograms plus of water in her body. If you are even a little bit dehydrated, and that's like 2%. So even just feeling like you're a little bit thirsty, like you need a little drink, that can affect your scales. So they can show that they've gone down. You have that drink, you top your hydration up goes the weight again. So toilet habits. So this is always a nice one to talk about, but the time you eat your meal, the time that you go to the toilet, that time the food is in your body, it's in your digestive tract, and it weighs pounds. So that is all you're gonna get step on the scales. You're gonna be weighing this water, you're gonna be weighing the food. What you're not actually getting is a true indication of your body fat. And then menstrual cycles, it's huge for women. When you are in certain parts of your cycle, you're going to be feeling hungrier, you're going to be retaining more water as well. So ideally what we want to do is track our weight over a month, but comparing weeks 1 to week 5, week 2 to week 6. So not just looking week by week and expecting it to go down like this. You'll see, but overly it should start heading down. So yeah, so I hope that hasn't been a completely jumbled mess. I just wanted to give you a little bit of a clue, really, because it seems that we're not really told about scale weight and how inaccurate it can be, basically. If I'm with a client, I will use weight, but it's not the measurement I focus on. I focus on body fat, focus on lean muscle, and I focus on measurement. So actually getting those measuring tape out and actually taking measurements, clothes sizes and things like that, because scale weight is not accurate and it's not predictable and it's not your friend. It's really not your friend. If you are going to weigh yourself, if you are looking for fat loss, you're looking for weight loss, I would recommend, as long as you're not too hung up on weight, you don't get too, it doesn't affect your mood too much, then sometimes I recommend weighing yourself every day, plotting it, and that way you can see weekly averages, because one day it's quite easy for you to be sitting at say 9.2 and then the following day to go up to 9.6. And clearly you haven't put on 4 pounds of body fat in one day. There are other factors. But just plotting it out day by day and then looking at over the month, you'll actually see hopefully a downward trend, taking all these factors into account. So yeah, so that's what the scales are doing. They're weighing you, all of you. They're not breaking out what's fat, what's muscle. They're weighing your water, they're weighing the food that's sitting in your digestive tract. And so yeah, just don't be too disheartened when you don't see the scales coming down. If you are in a calorie deficit, you will see body fat coming down. You will start to lose body fat, which is at the end of what we want. We want to look slimmer. We don't necessarily want to look lighter. I think if I was to stand here and ask you all how much you think I weigh, I don't think you'd probably guess. But it's fine. But that's fine. So yeah, just any questions, let me know. If I haven't been clear about anything, get in touch and let me know. But yeah, that's my little bit on scale weight. And remember, if you do need any help, nutrition, I'm going to be launching some good online stuff soon. But if you do need any nutrition coaching, you don't have to be a PT client. If you want to come and you're exercising regularly, you've pretty much got fitness nailed, but you're still not seeing any changes, then you need to look at that nutrition, and I can definitely help you do that. But what we won't be doing is becoming too reliant on the scales. And I say to some of my ladies is I want them to pick the scales up, pick them all the way up over the head, and then throw them in the bin and get out that tape measure instead. Okay, so I'm going to leave you with that again. Remember, any questions, any problems, let me know. And I hope you've enjoyed my lots of information about scale weight and the different variations on it. So I will be back soon with another video, and until then, take care and have a lovely Monday and a great week. Okay, bye bye now.